Hi, welcome to OLAF 2046, my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Polo Ralph Lauren Epson Quilted Vest. And this is from a previous season. There are newer versions of this vest. If you go to your local department store and the current autumn 20 or winter 2015 season, you'll find the same vest, but I think Polo has renamed it. It's just called basically the Diamond-Quilted Vest. And it comes in three colors, which is this hunter green color that I'm wearing. It also comes in navy blue and a black color. And the newer version, the current version, actually has a different lining. The lining is, I think, tartan on some of the colors or some of the addition. There's also a bright hunter's orange color that you may find at some stores or even at the Ralph Lauren store itself. So this is an older version from about 2, 3, 4 seasons ago. And I prefer this version because of some key differences that the newer version does not have. And actually went online looking for this version because this is the version I wanted. In looking for a quilted vest, I was also looking at the Barber Lauderdale vest. That's a quilted vest that Barber makes in it's similar green, a navy, and a black color as well. And that vest retails for, I believe, $179, whereas this vest retails for a whopping $229. You obviously would get it cheaper online if you look. And some department stores I've seen this vest for $249. So you might want to shop around if you are looking for this vest. It is Ralph Lauren, their products tend to range depending on where you buy them from. So I paid under $100 for this vest, and it's brand new online because I looked around for a bit and this is what I wanted. I tried on the Barber vest, and the Barber quilted vest is almost identical to this, the Barber Lauderdale vest, but it wasn't as beefy as this vest. It wasn't as beefy, and it also lacked some of the trimmings that this vest has in the back. The Barber vest didn't have some of these trimmings. And also the Barber vest fit kind of awkward, and it had like a big gap here, and the armpit holes in the Barber Lauderdale vest in my size were the size that fit me, left a lot of space right under the armpits. So I didn't really want that over this one. Now I'm 5'8", 5'9", somewhere in between, and 155 pounds. So I usually wear medium in all my clothing. But in this vest, this is a small that I'm wearing right now. I'm gonna zip it up so you guys can see how it looks zipped up. And it's it's exactly 20 inches from seam to seam under the armpits across the chest. And down the spine of the back, it's about 27 and 3/4 inches long from the base of the collar down to the tip of the hem. Now there are some adjustments on the side. You see there, some snapping adjustments there, so you could cinch it up. But on the small size, which this is a size small, it doesn't have an extra poppy to cinch. It's only one poppy right there that you snap on, one snapper, and that's it. There's no extra ones. But the bigger size, like the medium, the large, extra large, you find maybe 2 or 3 snappers right here to cinch it. And that's pretty much for cinching. You also have a neck system with a belt and a buckle here. The inner collar is lined with a corduroy lining, which I really like. It takes a while to get used to. It rubs against your neck. If you're not used to that, or you don't like a lot of stuff rubbing against your neck, you might want to think about that. Now, one of my favorite things in this vest that the Barber vest doesn't have is the poppies right here, the snappers. This little thumb grab that you put your thumb in there, angle it, and then you snap it closed, which is kind of cool. Now the thing with that is that if you tend to not use a zip and you just want to snap it closed, and you have a bit of I have a post-Thanksgiving Day, it was Thanksgiving Day a couple days ago, so I have a post-Thanksgiving Day gut. It's gonna stretch it a little bit, and the stitching is gonna bring me to a big negative on this vest. I did not find the quality of the stitching to be top quality. Now the stitching on this system here is it's not cheap, but it's not as good. So it will stretch it out a little bit. It might even rip over the years. I think it's not going to last long if I keep using it like this without the zip system, because the zip is what keeps it taut against your body. Now you could also size up. I also tried the medium on in the store, and I found a medium to fit me exactly the same. The medium is 21 inches. This is 20 inches in a small. The medium is 21 inches from armpit to armpit, and about the same length top to bottom. So the medium fits me, but I kind of like, well, this was the only size I found in this color but I think I am gonna get the black color in a size medium, so I could wear a bulky sweater underneath this vest because it is a very warm piece. I really like that it's a warm piece. So you could also have to beware, like if you wear a bulky scarf and say it's really windy, you just want to snap it close real quick. You just want to be careful because it stretches right there. I'm gonna come in close so you can see. See how these poppers, they stretch there. It's a good system of hooking your thumb under there and snapping it. I like that. The newer vests Polo Ralph Lauren makes, the diamond-quilted ones that they sell now in this season, do not have this anymore. So I believe maybe some people complained that it was ripping because the stitching is really, it's not cheap, but it's not worthy of a $250, $200 vest item that I'm wearing. It's maybe $70 quality of stitching on this vest. Also, the outer shell is not weatherproof, it's not windproof. It is warm for what it looks like. It looks very sleek, but it's really warm. It gives enough weather protection for what it looks like. It's not gonna give you anything more than what you're seeing now. I wish it did have a little bit more treatment to the outer, like barber jackets usually have like a sheen to repel water and wind. This does not have a sheen at all, and inside is just your basic nylon. It is lined with a polar quilt, with a, not polar quilt, like a polyester. It has a polyester fiber inside the quilt, so it is warm with that polyester fiber. One of the things I like about this is the pockets are very, very big pockets. You have an outside, you have a little leather trim line pocket here. It's a suede trim. It does kind of catch your skin if you stick your hands in a lot, and it looks like it will wear out over time, so you have to be careful. But this is a big pocket for holding like a scarf or something, and it's a bellow pocket, so it bellows out to hold a lot more than it is if it's not holding anything. It's gonna remain flat against your body, against the vest. But if you have a lot of stuff in it, it will stretch out to hold a lot of stuff. And in addition to that, you have a hand warmer pocket right here on the inside, which puts your hands between the inner polyester, lining, and there's an outer lining here to keep your hand, which is really warm if it gets cold out. So you have the two pockets here, which is really good. And you have an interior pocket here, which is really deep. You can put a whole scarf in there. And the beauty of that pocket is if you put something, fold it up. If you put something bulky in that pocket, you won't even tell that something's in that pocket. You can put like maybe like a scarf or a hat or gloves in this pocket, and it just stays flush. It doesn't poof out. It stays flush against your torso, which is really, really cool. See a little bit more of the trim in the back. I like that these vent hems are here. The newer vest, the diamond-quilted one they sell currently, do not have the vent hems anymore. But this is cool. It sort of harkens back to country hunting sort of style, tradition of clothing where you might carry a gun or a shotgun or access to shotgun cartridge shells in a pouch back here, which is kind of cool. If you ride horse riding, equestrian ship, it flaps up so as you sit on a horse or a motorcycle even. So it's actually also known as a biker's vest. It has a lot of biker features to it. Take it off so you guys take the scarf out. There's a scarf in here, which is kind of cool. You put hats, gloves. I love this pocket. It's really big. And this is this piece is made in China. It's right there in the tag. Ralph Lauren, they don't hide that fact. It's made in China. It's a good quality piece, and you also have an extra tag in here from Ralph Lauren saying that it's a gentleman's clothing for gentlemen, basically. Established 1967. This is an exclusive Polo Ralph Lauren jacket designed using the highest qualities of fabric manufacturing standards. So it's a little nice plaque inside the jacket. I like that. The logo on the outside matches that as well. It says Polo Ralph Lauren in the sort of a darker green with a yellow font, which is really classy. I like that. It's nice and classic. It's not gaudy or garish. It's just classic. Also like the 3 armpit vents here. The newer vest has 3 vertical holes, but this is a sort of triangular, what they did there. That's kind of cool. And like I said, this piece retails originally for $229 to $249, but you could get it cheaper online. Put it on so you guys can see. One last time. It is a close-fitting vest. Like I said, as is. I can't really wear a sweater with this. But it was like about 50 degrees and raining today in New York, and it kept me warm. I didn't need a jacket. I didn't even need the scarf or a hat. It kept me really warm as is. In fact, I was sweating a little bit in this jacket. And it was 50 degrees with a bit of wind and rain, but it was very humid. It wasn't like dry and chilly. And this is it, the Polo Ralph Lauren Diamond-Quilted Vest. If you're looking for a newer version of this, or if you're looking for the older version online, you want to type in Polo Ralph Lauren Epson, E-P-S-O-N, Quilted Vest. And it comes in orange, this green, navy blue, like a dark blue black, and then pure black. Those are the 3 colors I've seen. And I prefer this over the Barber Lauderdale vest. If you're looking at this video, I've also put in the tags Barber Lauderdale vest because it's very similar, very identical to that vest. The older version, I forgot to mention, does not have the chest pockets up here. The newer versions, you'll see 2 slanted pockets here for hand warmers, and some versions also have a zipper right here, which is kind of interesting. But this version does not have anything pockets up here. The actual pockets are down here, which is kind of cool. I like them down here. It's much more comfortable. I think when you're standing around, it's much more comfortable. Put your hands in there than on a vest like up here. But I prefer this to the Lauderdale quilted vest because this one is a little bit more beefier. You could get it cheaper online than Lauderdale, but if you go retail, go into a store, the Lauderdale vest is $179 versus $229, I believe, or $249, depends on where you go shop. So keep that in mind, but this is beefier than Lauderdale, the Barber vest, in that it's a little bit more heavier and it gives you more length and coverage. I found the Lauderdale in my size, it was actually a medium, to have a shorter length and bigger armpit holes, so it was a lot of space here. But here, the armpit holes are really tight for the size. And even, I did try on a medium in this vest and I found the armpit holes to fit the same way. It was very protective of sort of my back hair from the wind and whatever elements. So really like this piece, highly recommend it. Don't pay full retail. It's not, value-wise, I don't think the quality of the stitching is not worth $250, but if you get one of these for $150, $100, it's definitely worth it. I really like it. It's a stylish vest. Quilts are actually in style this season. So that's it for this. I'm gonna do a couple more reviews before Christmas season, and that's it. Bye.